in this temporary illusion, this condensation of the imagination. We're just daydreaming. But there's a place, an eternal place inside of us where all things come, everything in existence comes from this eternal place. You know, like scientists call it the Big Bang, and some people call it God, Krishna. You call it whatever you want to call it. The white light, the eternity. But it's the starting point, the source. Everything comes out of this place. And that's just where we always are. And that's what this is like. I've known this because this is in the Vedas. But you can experience it. It's not just an intellectual thing when you're reading it in a book. It is when you're reading it in a book, but I was worried about Sapo being like DMT. Because the thing is, DMT can take you to that white light, pure bliss place also, but you got to go through the layers. You have to go through the layers to get there. You got to go through alien worlds and planes of existence that you didn't even know were possible before you can reach this space. It's like fighting off all the demons before you can, take your next birth or something. It's like making your way through the darkness of the Bardos. The thing is with Sapo, with the 5-MeO DMT, is not visionary like that. It's just, and then you're there. Some people do have visions and they see all kinds of angels, but for me, it's just I popped through and I was just there. I was there in the Buddha land, in the soul land. I remember just crying and saying, I pray that people can even just get a glimpse of this experience before they die. Because everything is okay. There's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, I don't feel that now. Of course, I'm back to normal. But now I have this little crack in that fear of where I can go back and I can say, yeah, but there's a place within myself that is fearless, that is compassionate and forgives and doesn't suffer. And I would rather identify than with the parts of myself that make me feel weak and scared. Because I don't have to be. In the face of eternity, we are safe. We are safe. You're going to die. We're all going to die. But we are safe because life is safe. This is just what happens. This is the way nature works. We want to remain alive. That's the nature of having a body. The body doesn't want to die, but we're not the body. And that's what the 5-MeO shows you. It's just it just is. I feel like it takes you to the embrace of Christ, into the compassionate heart of the Buddha, into the chest of Hanuman. Thank you to the toad.
Hello everyone! Hey. First of all, thanks so much for coming. This is pretty much the first event of the year for the Harvard Science of Psychedelics Club. I'm Andrew Zuckerman. I'm one of the founders of the group. I'm Ken Shizuka. We're both undergrads, and we try to hold lots of events focused on psychedelics, consciousness, not just in research, but also related to meditation, and we do a storytelling session in October. We're going to have Michael Collins come in October also. There's a graduate student group too, so if you're interested and you're a grad student, let us know. There's an email list for that as well that we can get you on. And if you feel like you're not fully in connection with our communication channels, email, Facebook, also let us know and we'll get you on that as well. Cool. So I guess a little bit of background too. Kenneth and I were both working with Qualia Research Institute this past summer.
Yeah. So Qualia is a research nonprofit dedicated to finding the science of consciousness. Andres, who's going to be giving the talk today, is the director of research at Qualia Research Institute, which is also based out currently in the Bay Area. Pure happens to all be here in Boston as well. So we've got Mike Johnson, the CEO, and Romeo Stevens, the director of operations, right? And also Quentin Ferris, who's another member of the Pure team. And we'll also probably be hanging out afterwards. So if you have any questions for Andres or the other members of Pure they're more than happy to talk to you.
Cool. And without further ado, let's give it up for Andres.
All right, hi everyone. Thank you for coming. Maybe feel free to not participate, but just really curious, kind of like a show of hands, maybe roughly how many of you have ever tried any kind of psychedelic? Okay, yeah, it sounds like maybe 90%.